Welcome back everybody. Today we're going to be second fixing that house which you saw me rewiring a couple of videos ago. I'm going to leave a link for it up here. So we're going to start second fixing it today. So I've just got to Marylebone and give me 5 minutes, let me put my steering lock on and stuff. I'll unload my tools and I'll see you in a sec. That reminds me actually, before I forget, everybody was going on about why'd you bother fitting a steering lock? Because it won't stop somebody stealing your van. It won't stop someone stealing your van, you're absolutely right. But anybody who knows security will know that security is done in layers. So for instance, like, I don't know, a bank, say, okay? A bank doesn't just have a fucking big front door and then just a big wad of cash behind it, okay? It has a big front door and 66 doors before you get to the big wad of cash. And it's the same with this, you know, that on its own is not going to be enough for somebody to not steal this van. But when you combine that with a good quality aftermarket immobilizer, deadlocks, hook locks and all the other stuff, that's what makes the difference. It's just having layers. On its own, you're right, it's not enough. But have you seen the amount of fucking Range Rovers in Chelsea? Honestly, every other one. They've got these keyless entry theft, isn't it? It's just rife now. But anyway, let me get inside and we'll get started. One thing I do like is these Bosch stacking cases. Same as like Festool and stuff. That is very good. Because you just pick the whole lot up from your van with everything you want. Which does, when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's a bit of a gimmick, but it is actually, it's very handy, I like it. All right, so I'm going to give you a little walk around so you can see it's come on quite a lot since you guys last saw it. So this here will be the bedroom. So it's come out quite nicely. They're leaving this wall here exposed. They're just literally, I think they're just putting some sort of coating on it just so that it doesn't crumble. And that's basically it. And there's going to be a galv pipe running there for the socket. And then we've got the wall lights, TV going over there. These actually were the wall lights that they're fitting. They're actually IP rated for bathroom use, but I thought they actually looked quite nice. We offered one up to the wall and it looked quite nice. So I think we're actually going to put 4 of those up here. So then through here, fuse board area, not a great deal to see here at the moment. Those are all the cables which we pulled in, but I've got to terminate them obviously yet. That's all got to come off. This piece of MDF has to go up. That'll come out, MK, RCBO board will go in. Absolutely nothing to see there. So this is the bathroom. This is still in its infancy, not a huge amount to see in here. There are some wall lights there going above the mirror. There's 2 wall lights there. He's ordered them, but they haven't arrived yet. Cylinder's gone in, that's going to be boxed in, and there's going to be a towel rail next to it here. And then that there will be the shower in the corner of the room. And then bog just through there. Just check I'm not getting a parking ticket. Actually, wardens here are like vultures. No, I think we're good. So yeah, anyway, kitchen, I'll show you now, quickly. So this was the kitchen, dining room, 2 lights there. And then the kitchen is supposed to be in, well, it will be in this corner here. Haven't fitted it yet, because the fitter's away on holiday, comes back in a few weeks. So as soon as he's back, I can come in to do this bit. And that is basically the size of it. So all my job is today, just get those 2 fitted in, because he's only got 2 of them here, fit the sockets in. But I'm here until I think sort of 1, 2 o'clock, and then I'm going into the city later. That's quite an interesting job. Hopefully I'll be able to get a bit of footage there. So let me get set up here and I'll come back in a sec. And there were a couple of people, that reminds me. There were a couple of people who asked in the comments, do you ever refuse what a customer gives you and stuff? Do you ever refuse to do a particular, fit something in particular? Generally, the answer is no. I will just fit what the customer provides. It's not really my place to question. It's not my place to question a customer's taste or style. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the contractor that just fits what the customer's provided. The only thing that I will do is when a customer provides, so like these are customer supplied, on the final invoice I will just put, you know, light fittings customer supplied, you know, so I can't give a guarantee on those. That's the only thing that I will do, but the rest of it is down to the customer. If a customer wants 6 sockets, I don't know, if they want 6 sockets on the ceiling, I won't question it. You know, if the customer wants that and the customer gets that, that's the way that I look at it. So these appear to just be LED, just a LED tube with a driver pack. So they're nice, and it's quite a nice simple design actually, I like it. Right, I'm going to do what electricians do best. Fit sockets. These sockets in here were just on a 20 amp radial. I didn't see the need to put the bedrooms on a ring. That's a controversial topic as well, isn't it? This whole thing of these Nipex. These short Nipex snips are crap. Don't buy them. They're garbage. They just don't cut. They do cut, but they're just, you've really got to put your back into them. These little short ones, I prefer the longer ones with more leverage. But yeah, this was a controversial topic, having, you know, rings over radials and stuff. Personally, I think rings are outdated. I don't think there's a need for them anymore. In a big kitchen with lots of appliances, yeah, okay, but for everything else, there's MasterCard, as they say. Arguments in the comments. Go. Is there an asshole ticket warden giving me a ticket yet? No. I tried that the other day. Somebody in the comments said, put an old ticket on the windscreen of the van, and they just walk past. They don't. I came back to my van and there were 2 tickets on the van. Things like bedrooms and stuff, I just put that on a 20 amp radial. Kitchens, I mean, to give you a gauge, the kitchen at my house is on a 20 amp radial. It's a rental. 20 amp radial. Never has it tripped. I've never once known it. The RCD tripped, but I've never had the MCB trip from an overload or anything. Never had it. It depends what you've got in the kitchen, I think, is what, you know, is what matters. There's arguments to and for, but personally, I'm against rings. That's a controversial thing to say, just because the amount of properties I've gone to where, you know, Billy the DIYer or a builder or somebody has been in and they've knocked down a wall or something, or they wanted to add a socket into a ring, and they've ended up splitting the, you know, they'll just take two wires here and think, oh, well, we'll just take one that way to do that lot of sockets, and oh, we'll take one this way. And they just end up splitting the ring, and then you've ended up with basically 2 radials on a 32 amp MCB. Well, I'm not going back to the fucking van again. I need the extension screws. Fucking stay like that for a minute then. I've done 10 trips to the van already. There's a lot of people in the comments also talking about these MK sockets. A lot of people were saying, why don't you try and move over to Schneider, because Schneider do their range. I'm sticking with MK for a minute, but I have had a look at them, and I know what you mean about the Schneider ones. They do look quite nice. But for the second, I'm going to stick with MK, but we'll see. We'll see. I may be tempted to shift over to, I don't know, time will tell, I think. That ISO 9001 audit. Anybody done that? I've got to do mine now for various reasons, but I need to get that audit done. For a particular type of work that I'm trying to get involved with, I have to have that audit. So I'd be interested to hear what people's sort of thoughts on it are and what their experiences were. If you could, please. I do listen to you lot. There is, you know, a lot of you say stuff. I do. It does sink in. Don't worry. It feels like a little family of people who all sort of help and advise each other. That's what I think, anyway. Right, where's that fucking womble? Keep walking, you venomous vulture. Ah, that reminds me. When I went to ITS the other day, I picked up these, where are they? Here. First time I've tried them, spade bits, and it's just 16 of them like that. They haven't got the helix screw on the top, but it's just 16 of them in a nice case like that, and they're good bits. You know, and it's like it's 15, 16 quid in a little carry case like that. I quite liked it. I rated those. I'll leave a link for it in the description. It also makes a difference when people subscribe, because I know there's a large portion of you out there who watch and don't subscribe, so hit this tab here, please, because it does make a difference. Right, I'm working in the city today. I've got a feeling that's the sound of Tommy's van. They're trying to get past the security guards. Hello mate. How's things? 2 secs. But I think we just have to do one and then do another one.
Yeah.
I hope you take this cable on well. Yeah. It is sometime in the evening. I don't actually know exactly what time. It's about 8 o'clock, I think, somewhere around there. I'm working in the city at the moment, doing a little commercial job. I can only show you this bit here because if I step out of that door just behind you, I would have to go through about 5,000 people to get permission for what's out there. So I'm just sticking to this little area here, I think. But this actually is the most interesting bit of the job. So I'm running a new circuit for some sockets in a kitchen here in this building, and I'm just running in some singles. I'm just following suit with everybody else that's here, just running in some singles. And this is a classic example of like working live, you know, because it's still a hot debate. It's not so much, in my eyes, it isn't so much working live that's the issue. It's people get complacent. That's where the problem starts. It isn't about working live. You're an electrician, you're going to work live. This is live work. You just have to be methodical. Use a little bit of common sense. Think twice, cut once. Test everything. You know, just be methodical. Make sure you're standing on a rubber mat. Make sure your work area is nice and tidy. Don't have unnecessary shit lying around you, you know. Just be methodical. Make sure you've got really bright light behind you so you can see everything. It's not working live. People get comfortable and then you make errors and you fuck up. That's all, but it's not working live. It's just people get complacent.
Don't get comfortable.
Just think things through before you do it. That's all it is.
What, this is a big angry bear.
Yeah.
It's gonna eat you, so be careful around it.
Alright fellas, that's me about done. I ain't doing any more. I'm far too tired. I've got a bit more work out there to do putting in. I've got to put an extra socket in out there and that's me done. I'm going home. I'm too tired to be working. It's just gone 9 and I've already done a day's work. So just thought I'd share what I'm doing here with you. Just a bit of this work really. Leave your comments below. See you on the next video. Take care.